Hello, and thank you for watching this video on making presentations accessible. People can give great presentations, but unknowingly make their materials inaccessible to their audience, including people who are blind or low vision, deaf or hard of hearing, or people who are non-native speakers in the language of your choice. Today, I'm going to show you 9 quick guidelines on how to improve your presentation. These guidelines are simple yet powerful, so I encourage you to listen carefully. 1. Choose a good color scheme. Make sure that your background and foreground are high contrast colors, usually black and white. Make sure that your text is visible. On a black background, for example, dark gray is hard to view, while white and light blue are much easier to see. 2. Use more than color to communicate information. Speaking of colors, I highlighted the word more to be light blue on this slide. This is not useful for audiences who cannot see the slide. Either emphasize the word verbally, use more than color to communicate information, or remove the highlight altogether. 3. Keep the text brief. When it comes to text, less is more. When you have a lot of text on your slide, the audience is wondering whether to focus on you or the slide. I can convey the same message over several lengthy bullet points by using just 3 to 4 words. Keep the text brief. You, the presenter, speak the content, not your slide. One exception is if you have a paragraph or quote that you want to include. In that case, place the entire quote on the slide and read it aloud with your audience. 4. Make your graphics simple. Just like with text, less is more. If you want to talk about a survey that you conducted, icons are great, but they may be visually distracting. Instead of using a picture of a clipboard with extremely tiny font, colors, and a large pencil, use a simple icon of a clipboard with just a few lines representing text. 5. Verbally describe your images. Only saying, "I went on a wonderful vacation," is not enough information for those who cannot see the photo. Follow by saying, "Pictured here is an amazing view from my hotel of the ocean in Cancun, Mexico." 6. Avoid using animations. Animations may be complex, and unless properly described, they can be difficult for the audience to understand. For example, if I have a scatter plot, and then I add several new points in an animation, it is difficult for me to explain what happened. It would be better to talk in depth about each of these 2 charts without the animation altogether. 7. Caption and verbally describe your videos. Silent videos are not accessible to people who cannot see the screen, and videos without captions are not accessible to those who cannot hear. It is important to include captions so that people can read along. If no one is speaking, have verbal descriptions of what is happening on the screen. For example, "Here is my cat running across the room." These descriptions can be in the video or spoken aloud by the presenter. 8. Speak clearly. There are 3 ways to make this happen. 1. Speak at the proper cadence so that sign language interpreters and non-native speakers can follow along. In other words, don't speak too quickly. 2. Face the audience. Avoid the temptation to turn around and look at your slides. Use speaker notes and have a view of the screen in front of you. Otherwise, it distracts the audience. 3. Use words that are understandable to your audience. One last thing. Make your slides available before your presentation. While this may seem like extra work, this is useful for people who are blind. They have the time to read your presentation on their computer, so they are prepared for your talk. In addition, this can be helpful for other members of the audience who need a little extra time to understand the material. In summary, these guidelines can help make your presentation accessible, but it can also make your presentation better for everyone. For your reference, the guidelines, references that I used, and the video credits are in the description below. Do not hesitate to ask questions in the comments, and thank you for watching.